These are so low value. But what the hell? Rip Alberta. That's really cool. More trade value over here. Okay. So trade value is collected by starbases. Not just regular outposts. So like the tier 0 starbase don't collect trade. But anything above that, as soon as you upgrade your starbase at least once to a real starbase, it automatically collects all trade in that star system and forwards it using a trade route, which is a brand new thing, to the capital. Once it reaches the capital, you get to bank that money. You can build trade hubs in starbases, and instead of just generating energy that it used to, what it does is increases the radius that a starbase collects trade value by 1 extra hyper jump. So that starbase will collect trade in its system and all adjacent systems. And you can build more trade hubs to increase the range more and more and more. So placement of starbases is now completely different. The goal of starbase placement is completely different than before. And that's why techs and civics and things that increase your starbase capacity has a lot of value, because you can use that to really milk a lot more trade. We found a spaceship, yada, yada, yada. We can issue a science crew to the lab. Perform a strike against a secret called a lab, said to hold a weapon so powerful it could win them the war. Excuse me. Interesting. We extracted the ship's destination from its navigational drive. So we get a special project, or we could just get some influence. I don't know, weapons sound good.
Log updated.
That's the game still 32-bit. People, like, non-programmers are always, like, talking crap about 32-bit games, and it's like, what's the do you know what going to 64-bit would do for you?
For resource extraction.
It won't make the game faster. Just lets you access more memory, which I don't think Stellaris needs. Let's take a look. How much memory is Stellaris using on my computer right now? It's using less than a gig of memory. So literally doesn't have to change to 64-bit. I mean, eventually everything will. Star patterns. Oh, pulsating stars can kind of be annoying. But, I mean, we'll do it. We're not going to take the 25 influence. We'll queue up for that. That's going to be okay. Got our situation job here. Yeah, you can track on the map. Track this on the map as well. It's down here. Okay. And then we got our survey. Good. Excellent. More memory, more mods. Well, I suppose there is that. Like,
built something.
Kerbal going to 64 bits was hugely important. Hugely important. All right, build that mining station. So what we did here is we increased our empire size by taking an extra system over here, but not gotten a lot of value out of it. And we're going to be kind of conscious of that as playing as a corporation here by quite a bit. It's going to be something we're definitely going to have to care about, because the cap is a little harsher for us. But mostly we're still going to expand like normal.
We built something.
There we go. We built something. Excellent. So we're going to go and set up these mining stations. And the mining stations won't get to take advantage of the trade value. At some point, we're going to have to start to think, how are we going to collect the trade value over here? The starbase in New Sol does automatically start with a trade hub. So if there was trade value, if there had been trade value in Alpha Centauri or Bernard Star, it would have been connected automatically. Of course, neither one of them do, because womp womp, so that sucks. However, every colony produces trade value. So the colony in Alpha Centauri, its trade will be picked up by New Sol. And if we build one in Bernard Star at some point, it will as well. We might, at our starbase in New Sol, once we can upgrade to a starhold over here and get more slots, want to build a second trade hub. That will give it +1 range, which will help collect the stuff in Procyon. If at that point we've expanded over Castor, if we can colonize that, then we will also be able to reach that. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of thinking about trade hubs, especially when you think about, well, trade hubs will get more and more range later on as we yield more of them. So we'll see. You definitely want to make sure that you're collecting the trade from planets.
Research complete.
Invisible death. Oh, the labs! Shows lab scientists bound and gagged as guerrilla soldiers pry open weapon strong box. Oh, that's from footage. But to their dismay, the box is empty. Only minutes later, the rebels can be seen writhing on the floor in intense agony, dark patches swelling across their bodies. Then their skin rips and gray, unidentifiable matter spills out. The matter continues to expand, swirling hypnotically around them, until one of the scientists activates the emergency system. Sprinklers douse the room in liquid, and an electrical surge passes through it, executing all living beings. Here the footage ends. Our crew can confirm that the strong box was indeed empty. So this is going to give us research towards super solid materials. 30% progress towards it. Like, unlocks the tech and gives us some progress towards it, which is quite nice. Yeah, I'm going to pick up Sirius. Again, it's not very valuable, but clearly Ridigus is, and this is all choke pointy. We're going to want to sort of expand in this direction later on, so that's going to be okay. Blank ink from the X-Files, the gray goo kind of thing. Maybe. Let's go and plop out a couple more science ships. We're already researching the automated science ship tech. Oh, it's quite far away. So we'll have to manually drive them for now, but it's going to be okay. Then we expand quite a bit faster, and that's going to be great.
Boom. We built something.
Multi-threading is not a magic speed up. Yeah, multi-threading, if you don't do it exactly 100% perfect right, tends to slow things down, actually. And can certainly lead to a lot of crashes and hangs. None of these traits are useful at all. Neither really for our research. Oh, ooh, paranoid. Look at that. That's sort of sucky, but I guess we'll deal with it. So I'm just going to get the youngest one so you live the longest. I guess it's going to be okay. And we're going to send you to check out this research project since your skill doesn't matter. I don't know if you'll get XP for it. We'll see. So that's it over here. I guess this construction ship... I mean, we might want to construct out this way just to expand. Again, they're kind of weak sauce, but I think we'll have to do that. But we're using our allies quite aggressively here.
Construction complete.
Construction complete.
Boom. We built something.
Well, you're 28. Yeah, those life scientists were really bad. I'm going to get you to come over here and survey that, please. Construction ship, you can go and get the science hooked up. We sent new scientists to assist research and lost them to start. That's true. Quill likes him young, confirmed. Hey now. Well, I do like my scientists young. Most scientists make their biggest discoveries before 30. So we've got... Okay, Erica has the meticulous trait. Gains experience, and it's plus 8 energy to the K-Door survey. Over here. Oh, this system just got a lot better. Wonderful. Excellent. So that's you. What is meticulous? Anomaly discovery chance plus 10%. Frick yeah. Alright, now come over here and survey this area. We still have to find some customers. We still need robot tech.
Planetary exploitation forecast complete.
Alright, let's do some more anomalies. The Peace system's looking quite nice. Lots of stuff, lots of trade value.
We built something.
Alright, unusual energy readings. Go for it. And yes, we want to expand over here. Oh, we're starting to fall a little short on influence. We're falling short on influence because our construction ships have so little work to do in the systems that we're going and claiming. Teachings of Explorers. Right, we can send you this and do the special project, which I think gives us some amount of science. But I think, now, early on, it was always automatic. You'd sell it to private collector. This is much better for the minerals and the energy. The thing is, minerals aren't quite as valuable in the same way anymore. We've got a higher base production. It used to be by far the strongest thing was just take this. Now I'm actually wondering, we'll just take the raw resources. We'll put it to good use. It's going to be okay. And I don't want to tie up my researchers' time right now. So you're done over here? Okay, I'm going to get you to survey that. 1,000 energy is nice. We do make more energy than before, although it will still be useful because we'll probably, we can use the energy to buy stuff that we need. Microsingularity. Hey, some physics research. Good stuff. That's in the Pudanus system over here. What do we have here? Arctic World, 22. Arctic World, I think, is going to have like the 60% habitability for us. I don't know. I have none of it. So we discovered some volatile motes, which are one of the other resources available in here. Oh, there's actually a source of 2 in here. Man, this is a good system. We need a tech to be able to work that stuff, but yeah. More resources. These are things that are used for the more advanced buildings. Arctic 20% at most. Oh, womp womp.
Boom. We built something.
Excellent. And survey this. There you go. Build this outpost. And you go ahead and build... That's 1 mining station for 8 energy. Holy cow, that's really good. Alpha Centauri's coming along. Slowly but surely. Volatile moles, volatile moles, the natural enemy of the Gilberts. Jungle Oceanary 60s. Okay, thank you. And yeah, we do have the tropical world here. It is size 20. That's a big ass planet. Oh, it also has high gravity for even reduced habitability.
Complete.
Dang. Oh, the exile. I don't need to add him to my leader pool. I think we'll take the science. That's going to be okay. I mean, maybe if you take him, it adds more stuff. Like, later, there's maybe more events. I don't think so, though. I mean, we'll move to here. Or will we? Actually, never mind. We're going to move to here, because this system is worth grabbing as early as possible.
Resource scan
and we're
complete.
still finding stuff over here. It's crazy. I suppose we could assist research right away with one of these guys. Actually, might not be a terrible idea.
Anomaly detected.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, it's a lot of days,
Resource
but we can
scan
wait.
complete.
Can you quickly cover the new resources in the top bar? So we did
forecast.
earlier. So you got your basics: energy, minerals, and food. These are consumer goods. Consumer goods. Some of your population needs them as upkeep. Like, just generally speaking, your population likes consumer goods. And consumer goods are also converted by some jobs into things like research. Like your science labs convert consumer goods into research. Alloys are converted from minerals. Actually, consumer goods tend to be converted from minerals as well. Alloys are used to build mostly ships and star bases. A few other things, but that's basically it. And the rest of it is basically the same. More tradition. We're going to keep finishing Discovery. Here's our leader experience gain, and cap goes up, which is really nice. Science ship is done over here. Research that anomaly, please. Or, oh, someone else must be researching that anomaly. Okay, that's fine. Construction ship is done over here. I'll probably move here and be ready to expand there, but right now, we don't have the influence. We need a faction show up. Oh, New Earth has some unemployed pops. We got 33 people and 32 jobs right now. We don't have another building slot right now, so it seems fine to build another district. We could just build a city district. That gives a lot of housing. We're actually nearly out of housing. It only provides one job, a clerk job, though. The other 3 districts all provide 2 housing and 2 jobs. I think we'll probably go and build a mining district. We can always replace these later on. It's going to be fine. We're going to get that going. We also get a handy, like, here's a clear blocker button here, too. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and... We've got tons of energy. I'll clear all these blockers right now so that we don't have to worry about remembering it later. You do get a notice. If your planet is, like... If all your districts are full, but there's still blockers, you will get a little reminder on the your outliner. Eidetic Monolith. I don't remember what the beautiful thing does. Whatever. We're a corporation. We only think about short-term gain for our investors. So we're just going to go ahead and turn it into science right away. We don't take Paith as well, yeah. And we're parked there. We need to wait until we've got, I guess, 75 influence before we can take a system. Probably taking... Yeah, taking Pudanus over here, which sounds really dirty when I say it, looks like it's slightly better.
Wow.
In the short term. Although, if we can work the trade value by building a space station over here, then Paith actually becomes stronger. Eco simulation is done. Farmer bonus. We can also do farming subsidies if we'd like. Ooh, this is true. I think we go for the growth. Yeah, I think we grab the growth bonus right away. I mean, science is good too, but top growth.
Analyzed.
Okay, anomaly analyzed, good. Construction ship's just sitting around, waiting for influence. We have enough now, so I'm going to grab this one. At Pudanus. How's that trade value decided? Well, so some of it, like this one here, is just literally like, this planet has trade value on it, just because it's got something cool on it that generates trade value. Each colony generates trade value as well, based on their pops. So as soon as Alpha Centauri is actually settled, it'll actually start to generate trade value because it's going to have some population there.
Construction complete.
You know what? Research it now. It's fine. We got enough science ships kicking around. It's going to be okay.
Wow.
To just research
really
anomalies
hit
immediately,
this
even if
check
they're
out of the
fairly long
ballpark.
jobs. Okay, hangar bay is done. God, where's my robot tech? We need to take the exoskeleton suit first. That's the prereq to lead you to robot tech. And I'm fine. Mining station output is nice. Although we already have a discount. Oh, super solid materials is one of the things that gives us increased engineering research. Geothermal fracking here. Like, this is fairly expensive. It's 4,200 left over. It's much more expensive than all the other techs. So maybe what we do is we grab a cheap one, because what we want to do is regenerate this list as quickly as possible so we can get our goddamn robots. So I'll take the geothermal fracking. I know the nebula refining is there. That's quite cool. Will be useful because we could add it here. Well, we can't add it to New Sol until we get a bigger space station. And we're not necessarily going to build a space station right away in these systems. Like, the nebula tech might not actually pay off. Okay, Alpha Centauri is now a thing. It's currently generating no trade value, but that will go up pretty soon, and then it'll show up on the map because it's not being collected. But the pot needs to grow a fair bit more. Right, it's got the bubbling swamp. Another anomaly over here. That's good. So we got nothing really to do over here. We've got some decisions we could run. Martial law and population controls, these are effectively toggles. You pay to turn them on, and then you can cancel them later on if you want. And then we've got a few new things, including something like encourage planetary growth. We spend 1,000 food, but get a 25% growth boost. I'm going to go ahead and do this. So we had tons of food in the bank. We got it running here. Growth encouraged. I think that's going to be really handy. We got some upgrades possible for this fleet. I'm not going to do it. At some point, we're going to talk about pirates. Piracy is a very different mechanic. It'll actually show up on the trade routes map mode once that starts to become a thing, but it's not a thing right now. So, oh, right! Trade actually will get collected from Alpha Centauri because the space station in New Sol has a trade hub, which means it has a range of one adjacent system. So any trade Alpha Centauri produces will automatically be collected in the capital. That's good. We got a bunker bot here with a mega computer. We can scrap it for parts. 100 minerals isn't that valuable to us anymore. That's only 4 months of production. We use it to boost our research. 10% boost to engineering research to help us get to those bots. Or we can let it continue its calculations. We're going to use it to boost our research. We're going to strip mine the universe for all resources possible, including that. Why is that comment sexual? So here's a sexual comment. It will, yeah. Similarly, one built in Pelith with a trade hub will grab Evexus and Redigus. Maybe grab? No, Redigus. Redigus was the term that it was being flagged on. I have a pretty dirty mind, but I'm not getting it. Alpha aliens! Enigmatic spacefarers. Okay. Let's go. We'll research the alpha aliens here. 16 months. It's going to be okay. Grab them by the Redigus. It'll give us more influence, which is going to be nice, because we're going to want them for more star bases. Still waiting for those factions to pop up. That is one lewd system name. I know, right?
Boom! I found something.
Excellent. This voice is very enthusiastic. I like it. All right. Oh! You have finished. You're just sitting idle here. Build mining stations. Build research stations. Please and thank you. So yeah, Payless system might be a good one to do, because if we give it a range of 2 trade, it could reach all the way over here. It'll get this, it'll get this. So even like short term, with 1 trade hub, actually even with no trade hub, as long as we upgrade the starbase here, all 11 trade will get worked. And if we give 1 trade hub, then it'll get from 2 adjacent systems. And I think that is absolutely what we're going to want to do, especially early on. Hey, Shadow Play, +3 research. Physics. Normally, in your Stellaris start, you tend to hit an energy crunch quite early, so grabbing energy boosters would be quite nice. I don't know if that's as much of a problem. I'm tempted on getting the deflectors, the blue lasers as well. And then there's the energy grid building, which is really, you're going to want to build it not as spammy as you might before, because of the way things work. Because, yeah, these building slots are more valuable in a sense. Like, it used to be any planet, more or less, where you had at least a couple of energy tiles, you'd probably end up building one of these energy grids on it. Now it's very different. I think I'm going to grab the field modulation, because it's quite cheap at 2,000, and we'll give it more credits, just sort of more or less for free, which is going to be good. And we still don't have enough influence, but soon. Oh, we finished the auto research, didn't we? Maybe, do I leave this one here? What I do want to do is build 1, 2, 3 more science ships. We're going to spam the hell out of science ships. And yeah, I can automate the science ships now. And I will be doing that now that as these jobs come up. Mining your own business. So you can try to stop the drill, which almost always turns out poorly. It's best to just scrap it for materials. Even though minerals aren't quite as valuable as before, we're just going to scrap this like crazy drill. It's going to be okay. I mean, although a lot of these events may have been rewritten, we actually don't know anymore what these events will all do because they could be like dramatically changed. All right, let's burn through some of these. I'm mostly going to look, first of all, if there's any time there's someone who's like, what is it, the maniacal or bright, like the things that just give you a boost to all research. I'll recruit them first and then just put them in an actual lab. This eager is actually quite nice now because all leaders cost upkeep. So eager keeps your upkeep down by half, which is actually kind of nice. He's also the youngest, so we'll grab him and do that. And we'll put you on auto. And Spore, I thought I always gave you a tech. Maybe I'm getting confused with something else. I don't know.
Forecast complete.
Faith and Science, our upkeep of research pops goes down. We get 10% research boost from there, which is great. We also unlock a perk. And there's a lot of good ones. And again, some of the math has changed. Like, hell, just being able to take starbases cheaper is nice. The 10% tech is good. The 10% unity is good. Governing ethics attraction is also nice to keep our materialists. Mastery of nature has changed. It's still cheaper to clear blockers. And now it increases the maximum districts on a planet by 2. It's always 2 because you can do it now. You don't have to worry about scaling the same way. Edict duration increased. Transcendental learning makes your leaders better. Universal transactions makes your branch offices 15% cheaper. And your commercial packs no longer need influence to maintain. We are definitely going to get this one, but not now. I think we're going to get the tech discount for now, because it fits in what we're doing, but probably our second Ascension perk is going to be Universal Transactions. We're going to grab Technological Ascendancy for now, because who doesn't love technology? Plus, we need to get our warbots more science ships. So we're going to recruit you. And again, none of these are exciting. We'll grab you, because you're cheaper and you'll live longer. If there's a way to, like, reset this list, it'll be if you just wait. Ah, there we go. See, we have someone with the Spark of Genius. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recruit you. Then I'm going to look at one of our researchers here. So, one of our researchers is Maniacal for 5% boost, one has Spark of Genius for 10% boost, and one has Voidcraft, which is 15% boost for a type of tech only. I'm going to go and grab this person because they're level 2, and I'm going to put them in control of a spaceship, and then I'm going to go and take the Spark of Genius over here and get you as one of our actual tech researchers, which is going to be quite nice. And as a bonus, we have you already level 2. In fact, you're about to hit level 3, which is good and lovely. We'll put you on automatic exploration and automatic exploration. So we're spending a fair bit on our leaders, but not that much, because we're still well below our empire size. The Sun. Oh, the Oners! So this is one of my custom race, the Oners. I believe they are life-seeded over here. And they have one eye. See, they're Oners. They're all over there. Now open, we get influence for that. So they are xenophobes and spiritualists. We're not going to get along because we're fanatic materialists. So we're not going to get along at all. At all. So, you must throw away your old ways. I mean, come on, seriously. First alien encounters. This changes everything. They have the Ulm system, who... yeah, Gaian world. Yeah, that's what their deal is. It's funny that they spawn in a binary system, so they have the Sun A and the Sun B. That doesn't actually thematically fit as well for them. Yeah, the Sun and the one over here. So they're not going to be taking any more planets. But yeah, we are. Look at this. We're starting at minus 150. Evangelizing zealots over here. I'm just going to declare rivalry right away, because that's clearly what our situation is going to be. Oh yeah, we have the ideology CB. Now that's interesting. We could go and do an ideological warfare on them to flip them to materialist or something. I think I'm going to declare rivalry with them right now anyway. I think that's going to be perfectly okay. It'll give us some influence, which is going to be nice. Excellent. And we'll consider grabbing this planet here would be quite nice as a choke point. I mean, Kador, Castor are both choke points as well. We're definitely going to want to grab Escola before we grab either of these two to confirm that we can treat this as a choke point. You're over here and you're good. I'm going to get you to run here. And, okay, just run here then. And don't do anything else. You've finished claiming the system. Good. Go ahead and build the mining stations. and the research stations, please. And certainly we want a starbase over here. There's so much trade value, it's going to be great. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade this to a starport. So as soon as this becomes a starport, this trade value will automatically be collected, and it'll be wired over to our capital. And we'll talk about trade routes, and we'll talk about piracy.
I found something.
Ooh, someone got kicked out of a system. Where was it? Oh, was it in here? And you just got ejected? I think so. And yeah, there's primitives over here. They built the starbase. They got the primitives.
Prospect analyzed.
Shockingly, Mom dislikes Leela. Who knew? That's true. It's so appropriate to run into them right away. All right, let's research this anomaly, because pronunciation is important. Fleet manager, I'm going to go ahead and, like, just bring it to 20 for now, just to say. I don't know if I'll necessarily build the ships. We do have a fair number of alloys. Some will be used for our starbase upgrades, for sure. We could afford building, excuse me, some ships. You know what? I think I will go and reinforce right now. Oh, we finally got a faction! Council of Scientific Betterment. Well, you're... Oh, we had another one as well. Progress, Peace, Prosperity Initiative. So they would like a defensive stance, so we can only make defensive wars. Solid liquidity. If we had 3,000 credits, that would make them happy. And scientific thing, AI allowed, bleeding edge, because we're good in science. Okay, so at least they like me. And we have the rivalry, so our influence is going up quite a bit. We actually have enough to start something in a second here. A cosmic diamond. Shiny. Physics research, good. And then you're back over here. Here, we'll put you back on Auto Explorer. That's going to be okay. We got some bits in from Ninja Otter. Good name, Ninja. And thanks for all the subs coming in. Yeah. The science fam ship is a little different, like, because there's no leader cap, and we have more money. But that will change. And in fact, I think this is something you can abuse a little bit more as a corporation, because your administrative cap is going to be higher by base. So you got more time before your leader costs going up. I think we are going to have to pull back on the science ships at some point, or just not expand more than this. But I'm really eager to do this. I'm especially eager because I would like to meet as many people as possible, so that if we get really lucky, we can open the galactic market in our borders, which would be huge. And you got upgrades waiting. Well, we're not going to upgrade you. Actually, maybe I should have... there's not much to design with the ships. We haven't researched that many techs. Because I was going to, just ship design, but we don't have to rush on that right now.
We've got to shake those hostiles.
Oh, we got some hostiles. Got some gamma aliens. Okay, let's check the situation log. We will research you, and I will take a look at the ship designer. I'm just going to turn off the auto-generate designs here.
Construction complete.
More construction over here. You're building more stuff. Oh no, you're done. Trouble in Paradise. Local political drama on Alpha Centauri Prime has resulted in increasing support among a small group of rebels, opposed to our underlying ethics. Their increased support have enabled them to gain more power in the region and vote for their own cause of limited success. We stand divided. 3 pops would become militarists, or we can oppose them. 1 still would, and then they become unhappy. You know what? Militarists are okay. I like pacifism as a government ethic for what we're going with right now, but honestly, if there's the, a militarist thing that comes up, it wouldn't be so bad. Oh, we found some silicon life forms. Mineral production, good. And right, and you're done, and we do have influence. We have a ship heading to Castor right now. Knights is quite good because it's got alloys that can be worked. That being said, Avexis is also very strong, and we will be collecting the trade there. So, okay. Am I streaming longer than usual today? Oh my god, I should be stopping now. I think I'm gonna go a little bit longer. Although, is a Kiss for Luck streaming today? Is a question. She might not be because she just returned from the trip as well. I want to avoid sort of stepping on her stream. No, it looks... She hasn't started streaming. So I'm thinking she's not streaming today. What was I about to do? Oh, we're going to talk about trade. So you'll notice it no longer has the little icon underneath the star system about the missing trade, like it still has in Ridicus over here. If I hold Alt, for example, it still shows this 11 trade there. So this 11 trade is now being collected because of this star base. And if we go into trade mode, we can see the trade route. So trade from Paith is being directed. Trade always goes towards your capital. Oh, Ava's doing Stellaris. She said that in Discord. Oh, but she hasn't started yet. Maybe she's waiting for me to end. Okay, I should probably wrap up my stream then. Just a scooch longer. the trade always flows to your capital, and if it reaches your capital, then you get to bank that money. So this trade here, right now it's got Sol selected. We could also go and select Paith. Either way, our trade route, 99% of the value of the trade is reaching new Sol. Not all of it is. And if we expand, we can see what's going on. There are pirates in Rundor that are taking a little bit of our trade. And in fact, you can see a variety of icons over here. There's things we can pop up. So over here, we can see trade collection. So trade is being collected by this hub. If I mouse over here, we can see, well, Alpha Centauri is still just generating 0 trade because it's too small, but it's being collected by the new Sol hub. So you can tell what's collecting from where and why. Each system also has a certain amount of trade protection. So the fact that there's a star base in Paith gives us +8 protection. So there's always a base of 2. +8 over here. So 10 trade is protected in this system. But that's not true in Procyon. Only it's got the base of 2 and that's it. Anything above that can be pirated. And in addition to that, because the trade value in this system is higher than the trade protection, the pirates are growing. So the pirates in the system are growing over time. Right now, their max piracy will be 273. And when it reaches that point, we'll start to lose some more and more money. There's also some pirates in Rundor, and we can't do anything about it because we don't control it. So pirates are a thing. There, you can reset the current piracy number by driving a fleet through that system. And there's a new patrol command. If I hit patrol and I click over here, this fleet will just go back and forth from this point to this point over here. And as a fleet is in a system, it crushes local pirate resistance. So that's one way to deal with that. But a more sort of consistent long-term thing is to build defensive structures. So if I go and look at the modules in Paith over here, and let's say I were to build a gun battery. The gun battery does what it does before. It adds more guns to the starbase so it can defend itself against aggressors. In addition to that, you can see at the bottom, it increases the trade protection by 5 points. It also gives you +1 protection range. So now all of a sudden, Paith will provide anti-piracy protection if I build one of these, in each one of its adjacent systems. If I build a second gun battery, then it will reach 2 systems away, which is good. The reason hangar bays are so nice is because they provide 10 points of trade production instead of just 5. So hangar bays are really, really sexy for this, and we'll probably make use of that, actually. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a trade hub here to increase its collection range by 1. So once that completes, the trade in Iridius will be collected, and once we go and annex the Vexus system, then that trade will also be collected by Paith. It's impressive gun range. It's, I don't know, presumably it just gives more ships a longer time to run away from pirates or something like that. Because they can be covered. I don't know what it is. It certainly makes sense with the hangars that they maybe move around, even though fighters are not FTL capable. But you can go in auto explore. That's going to be okay. But it's quite cool because now, like, the terrain you're in, you really start to think about it. Like, where are things? Where are the pirates? Do I keep internal ships? Smaller ships are better to do anti-piracy because they're faster or whatever. So now there's like a long-term role for your corvettes. You could have little stacks of anti-piracy. If you look at a fleet right here, this is their anti-piracy value. So they have an anti-piracy value of 60, however that makes. And actually, as you track it and you mouse over this, if there was a positive number, like when the ships enter this system, so you see the piracy is ticking up. When the ships are in the system, the piracy will tick down to 0. So you'll like make a little fleet of just enough corvettes that as it buzzes back and forth between all these things, it consistently knocks down the piracy. Castor, you are not claimable yet.
Boom.
There you go. You got you.
Built something.
You built this. The trade is automatically being collected over here because we have claimed the system, which is just fine and lovely. So now in Paith, if we click on you, you are now collecting 15 trade. And 98% of it is reaching you Sol. So we're going to want to pick up Rundor to be able to make sure this is not a trade problem. The other thing that's new is this cohesion value. So it used to be that pirates would spawn in systems adjacent to own stuff, especially something like this with a lot of connections, a lot of external routes here. This would spawn pirates almost constantly. That is no longer how pirates spawn. If your piracy value gets high enough in a system, I think proper pirates will spawn at that point. But as a way to stop you from building like just really snaky empires, you've got this cohesion value, which counts how many external trade lanes there are, as well as isolated systems. and compares that to your own systems and gives you a cohesion value. So if you make something that's really snaky and has a lot of border, you're not going to be very cohesive, and then you'll start to stack a lot of various penalties along the way. So you really want these sort of like nice, cohesive, contiguous systems. So cleaning up run door is something that we're going to want for lots of different reasons. You're there. We'll automate you. We are blocked here with that 800 defense. That's quite a bit. We're going to need a very strong fleet to be able to counter that. We're going to set you there. And then, yeah, we want to take Escola as quickly as possible so that we can secure all the stuff over here, and that would be very, very nice. Yeah, they added a patrol command. Yeah, for exactly that.
Research complete.
What's this research? Geothermal fracking. Okay, that's engineering. Give me robots! Where's our exoskeleton tech? We have a whole theme going on, and the game's like, no, screw you. So mineral purification plants are buildings that, A, give you a minor job, that's not very important, but also give you 15% mineral boost, which is kind of nice. This is still kind of pricey. I think the best thing to do is still go for relatively cheap techs to cycle it as much as possible so we can get some freaking robots. So one of the 2500s, I don't care about the afterburners, so we'll grab mineral purification, because that actually could be quite handy. We'll keep an eye on our planets over here. What I found myself doing on my laptop is a lot of like sort of expanding and hiding things again. Actually, I need to put my sectors back at the top. Well, actually, it's the default for sectors to be at the top. I moved things around to move them down because it wasn't an important thing, but now I'm going to do that. And then there tends to be a lot of like, so my civilian ships will all be visible, as well as maybe, you know, something like this. And so I keep sort of showing and hiding my sectors, especially as you grow a lot. Like I mean, civilian ships here so I can see if they're idle. Ancient mining drones. Ooh, drone study. Yeah. Although, that's engineering research. We might want to wait so that we can get our robots sooner. Although, nah, I don't know. It's probably worth doing. It's quite... You get some nice bonuses from finishing the drone stuff. Okay. You bastard! Because now I'm like, I don't know if I feel safe taking these two systems. That's probably still worthwhile. Let's go ahead and do this. Castor will get a base, I think, for defense. There's not much trade. There'll be a little trade here. Probably after Sinistra. Yeah.
Construction complete.
I mean, maybe I just don't worry about these two. I just keep this as a choke point for now. And then, you know, we'll kick their ass later to do something.
Evading
Pacifism.
hostiles.
Oh, more hostiles. What are you? Oh, those are some drones. I do want to grab Rundor. Yeah, I guess we'll work on that now. Just checking Discord to see what the status is. Double checking the A Kiss for Luck stuff. So she's playing Stellaris, but when? Has her stream start? Is she just waiting for me? Going corporate. Okay, she has started now. Excellent. All right, we're going to wrap this up because I'm going to stream again tomorrow. We're starting at 1 p.m. tomorrow. There'll be more programming and then probably more Stellaris because I'm way into it. I think this run's going to be fun. Although, I do think we actually got a really crappy start. I really think that our start was fairly crappy here geographically, but we'll be okay. We'll get MegaCorp, even though we don't know how to make robots yet. Thank you very much for watching, folks. If you did miss any of it, it'll be on the YouTube real soon. I'll probably try to get it up before the end of today because it is new and it is very exciting. And yeah, 1 p.m. tomorrow, that's Eastern time, of course, which is 1 hour later than the Saturday stream start. And there'll be a countdown timer set up on the channel. And yeah, a little more programming, then maybe a little bit more Stellaris as well. So thanks for coming out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or Monday for some more Kerbal. See you there.